What is up, my peoples? Welcome back. And if you are new here, I am Jenna, and I want to help you run your life through planning, organization, and coffee. On today's saga of Does that planner actually work for someone with ADHD? We are covering the ADHD Planner. Yup. That is the actual title of it. And don't worry, it's imprinted in gold on the cover, so you won't forget. This was one that my Instagram fam voted on for me to use next. If you want to be a part of that, head over to Instagram and give me a follow. I will be putting these up in the polls. I will link to the description box below. I would love to hear what you think once you've watched this video. Would you use the ADHD Planner? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Okay, here is the ADHD Planner. I got the green. It is a linen hardcover. The material is kind of rough, so that might be an issue for people with sensory issues. It is also available in black. It's hard to tell in the photos, but I think that is linen as well. This little 6x9 book runs for $34.99 on Amazon and apparently lasts for about 13 weeks. So doing math, it's about $140 for the entire year. As you can see, it has 3 ribbon bookmarks, and they hang out a decent amount, enough that you can easily grab it, but not too much that it's like annoyingly long. Opening it up, the paper is very, very smooth. It doesn't feel like it has any texture to it at all. It does feel maybe a little thicker than standard computer paper. And we will go ahead and do a pen test in the back. There are 2 lined pages back here. So I'm going to grab some pens and we'll see how this planner / journal will work. Okay, so I grabbed a bunch of pens. We have a EC Fine. We have a EC Ultra Fine. And I'm letting this stuff dry because I have a feeling that this paper needs it time to dry. And then we have a Click Art. I found smooth paper needs time to dry. We have a gel pen. We got ballpoint. And then just for fun, I have dot pen. And I grabbed a mild liner and my new favorite highlighter from Erin Condren. All right, so let's look and see if we have any kind of ghosting, shadowing, bleeding. It looks like the Click Art and the gel pen and the dot pen definitely bleed through there. So now we will do smear. All right, none of them smear as long as you let them dry. Now that we have tested the pens, let's do a walkthrough. All right, at the start, we have our letter from the lady that designed it. And then we have several pages to set up and help you get your ish together. I have paged through this one already, and I am excited to try it out. I think it could really be useful. It starts with some goal setting. Now, the one thing I did notice that I don't like is on our intent and clarification page, there are 7 categories listed here. When you go over to actually make your goals, you have 6 spots. And then when you go to your goal pages, you have 6 goals. So probably not a huge deal, but I wish they would have kept it consistent throughout. Make this 6, make this 6, make this 6. Because what they did was here they have family and relationships broken out. And then over here, they just have relationships. So I guess they expect you to combine family and relationships. I don't know. I really would like the consistency. So then we have our goal pages. And you can choose habit or achievement goal. List it out when you want to achieve it by, the area, a reward, my why, steps and milestones, obstacles, solutions, and a 3-month habit tracker. So clearly meant for a quarter because you've got the 3 months on the habit tracker. So, and that's kind of cool how they did that. So we got those 6 pages, and then we go into routines and rituals. I definitely need to make an evening routine. I'm still struggling with mine. I don't know about this getting in the zone rituals. I'm not sure how I'm going to use that. I'm thinking maybe for the weekends, kind of like what I want to do, what I want to get done, because I never get everything done. Then we have a brain strategy. Not sure how I'm going to use this one. Motivates, distracts, how I get stuck, unstuck, get in the mood tricks. And I really like this master projects list. I have a lot of projects going on right now. I have notebooks and a Kanban board. So why not add a master project list? It has space for personal and business. The next 2 pages is to do. You've got daily, weekly, monthly, with room for personal and business. I guess this is for tasks that repeat. I'm totally not sure how I'm going to use this yet or how it's supposed to be used. I do have some monthly recurring tasks, but daily, weekly usually changes depending on my schedule. And then we finally get into the planning pages. We start with a weekly overview with your 3 big tasks for the week, important dates, business and personal and professional, and self-care. Then we have a weekly review and preparation. So biggest wins, far did I get with my goals, what worked and what didn't, where do I need to tweak, and then a habit and routine tracker. So this is kind of like a planner/journal, as you can see. So you've got some planning, and then you've got more journaling aspect. And then we have a brain dump for the week, a weekly schedule, and we have 2 pages for each day. And this continues for Monday through Sunday. So every day gets 2 pages. The first side, you have your big 3 for the day, and then you have a spot to block your schedule, whether that's projects, work schedule, however you want to use that. Spot for other tasks, daily chores. Then down here you have, did you take your vitamins? Did you get all your water? Did you do that morning, getting in the zone and evening routine? And then kind of like your journaling spot for the day. You have an affirmation, notes, and accomplishments. So like I said, they have that for each of the 7 days, including Saturday and Sunday. And then we go back to that weekly overview. After the 13 weeks, you saw you have the 2 note pages. And then on the final pages are 9 ways to get out of an ADHD rut, which I have not read yet. How ADHD is that? So that is the ADHD Planner. Next, we'll go over how I used it in September and what my final verdict is. Okay, so my verdict. There was no real direction or anything for this planner, and I felt like it was needed. If we open it up to the intention clarification page, I am not a fan of this setup at all. I really prefer how the Moxie Life system is set up. I left the family section blank because there's only 6 of these, and there's only 6 goal pages, and family was not included in the goal pages. So I'm still really confused as to why we have 7 here, 6 here, and 6 here. Like, I don't get it. Does anyone get it? Also, I felt there was not enough room on this page to really think through the little questions at the top and write out a sufficient answer. As far as the My Goals page, I would have liked to have the little titles like they have over here for each of these blocks. And again, it was a page with just these big blobs. What am I supposed to do with that? Give me some instruction here. I need direction. On the individual goals pages, habit tracker is really small and it almost seemed kind of pointless. I struggled with the when is it supposed to be when it's completed? Is it supposed to be when I'm doing it? So I did, when I want this completed. I did when I want to do this during the day, like in the evening. I don't know. I'm not sure what that meant. I was also struggling with the reward section. With the obstacles and solutions, I did not like these narrow columns. I wish they would have done the 2 horizontal instead. I think that would have helped me fill them in better. And despite using the ribbon to mark this page, I never went back to look at these goals. I struggle to look back in planners, and so I kept forgetting that these goal pages were here. That's the goal pages. Then we flip ahead to the routines and rituals. I have no idea still what she wants in the getting in the zone ritual, so I left that completely blank. I struggled putting in times here because it really, for me, depends on the day. The evening one was a little bit more consistent, but I'm like, I don't need times. I just need to write down the tasks. For my brain strategy, I was not sure how to answer the stuck and unstuck part. I really wish there had been some instructions or some samples, some kind of indication of what other people might write for that. Then we get into the master project list. I didn't do that. I didn't do the to-dos. Then we get into the weekly and the daily. So I thought there was just a lot of repetitiveness in the weekly overview and schedule pages. I would like to see the important events and deadlines not here, but rather over here on the schedule, because to me, this is where I want those items as like an actual weekly schedule, not just a list. Like, I think you could do this as a goals section and then schedule weekly events or important events or however you would want to word that. That would reduce some of the redundancy, and it would be a reminder that I have goals instead of having to go back here to the goals pages. The habit trackers, I rarely remembered to go back and check these off until the end of the week. Plus, there was habit trackers back here, so another kind of redundancy, because usually what I have for my goals back here determined my habit and routine tracker. The brain dump page, I didn't use this every week, but I did like having it in case I had some thoughts or things I needed to work out. I could write them out here. I do like this weekly schedule overview. Again, I think it's a little redundant with some of the items on the previous page. And then we get into our daily pages. I would like to see like these little checkoff circles up here by the big 3 and the other tasks, because after the first week, I started just using like my dot markers or a highlighter to mark off what I did, because I hate little check marks. To me, it looks so messy like that. And after the first week, I didn't use this time block section or the affirmations. I honestly don't understand why we have a daily affirmation. It seemed like a bit much to me. I'd prefer, maybe a daily goals section to the affirmation. I do like the notes and my accomplishments. I sat down at night or sometimes the next morning and wrote things out. So, would I use this as like a regular planner? Nope. It definitely needs some updates to reduce the redundancy and incorporate the goals into the weekly and daily pages. And the lines are very narrow for my very large handwriting. Would I recommend this? Also no. With the issues I had when using it, plus the price point, I don't think it's worth it. To cover a full year, you'd spend $140. I think for that price, you could find a better planner and/or goal setting system. What do you think? Would you use this planner? And if you could, what changes would you make to it? Lastly, please share this video with anyone you think would find it helpful, and hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, I hope your planning and coffee are strong.